I watch Pokemon advertisements from China, and something felt off. Over and over again, they weren't promoting new games like Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon Legends ZA. They were promoting the Pokemon card game, or PTCG. As it turns out, PTCG is as big, if not bigger, than the video games in China. After some digging, I found out why that is. Today, I'll explain to you why PTCG is so big in China. Let me first begin by showing you that it is indeed really big. So this study was done in 2023, and it basically shows that there's 12 billion RMB in the market for people buying IP cards. So that's like, Pokemon cards, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, like those kind of intellectual property cards. And that market is like 1.5 billion USD if you convert in 2023. And also it's projected to double and increase logarithmically. And maybe something that's more telling is that for people who seriously collect Pokemon trading cards, a lot of collectors are switching to these Chinese Pokemon cards. In addition, the tournament scene of the trading card game is really big in China. There's this tournament held in Beijing recently, and there was 26,000 attendees. I don't know if that's accurate, but take a look at this picture. And then over 700 participants in a Pokemon card tournament. And then there's this tournament circuit that they showed where there's basically a tournament every month simultaneously in 18 different cities in China. And it seems like it's just gonna grow from here. So why is this happening? Why is this happening? The first reason why the Pokemon trading card game is so popular, because Chinese people just fucking love card games. People grow up playing Big Two or Beat the Landlord. Adults like playing poker as well. And also like a lot of card games that Chinese people play are like pretty complicated. If you're in any place outside of China, and you're like, guys, let's play some games together. Yeah, play some Uno, play some Exploding Kittens. Cards Against Humanity is kind of like a card game, right? In China, nah, bro. The normal kids as well play this game called Three Kingdoms, 三国杀, where there's like over 100 different characters with like unique skills and abilities and stuff. And then there's like different roles. There's 8 roles. There's like a betrayal role. There's like you protect one of the kings. They have these super complicated, long, like really drawn out games. And because people are used to that kind of complexity, they're kind of drawn towards the Pokemon card games. In addition, Chinese people love gambling. Pretty much if you go to a Chinatown and they have these tables, there's gonna be crowds of Chinese people crowded around the table playing cards, holding like bills. And because gambling is so loved, these card games are also very prevalent because people are used to gambling, so people are used to seeing cards and then playing with them. Another reason why the Pokemon trading cards are so popular is the same reason why Labubus are so popular. First of all, did you know that there's 100 million Labubus being sold worldwide? That means that on average, there's like 1 in 80 people own a Labubu. So why is that? Like, why do you think Labubus are so popular? It's because they're sold in like a blind box. People love these boxes where you open them and something random is what you get, whether it's super valuable or super like normal. It's like opening a loot box. Actually, sometimes when I go to these pop marts, like these stores in China, there's people like standing around shaking the boxes to their ears to see if they got a rare one, like what does the sound like? And they're looking up these tutorials like how to get the good one. And if you really think about this, right, you really think about what that is. If you look really close, that's kind of it's kind of a slot machine, right? Every time you pay a bit of money, you open a box, you could get something good or something normal. That's the same mechanism as like a slot machine. Remember when I said Chinese people love gambling? This is another form of gambling. And the trading cards is the same, right? Every time you open a card, you can get something really valuable like the Gengar Pikachu worth thousands of dollars, or you can get something very normal. That's the same as the blind box idea. And this term of the blind box economy is really huge and recognized in China, even to the point where regulators like step in to like regulate some of these blind boxes because people are buying so many. The youth is spending so much money and time into them. And I actually didn't know about how big and how much money is spent into these cards. There was this Pokemon card, Logan Paul bought a card that's worth $5.3 million. Like that's crazy to me. Next reason why Pokemon trading cards boom so aggressively is because of the Chinese infrastructure. The Chinese infrastructure connects people together, allows these scenes to scale very aggressively. Let me ask you a question. How long do you think the train ride between Beijing and Shanghai are, the 2 major cities of China? It's about 1,300 kilometers. How long do you think it takes? For reference, New York to Chicago, a similar distance, at least 19 hours. I guess you would take the plane in that regard. So that's not really relevant. So instead, Europe is known for their transportation, known for the train system. So Paris to Barcelona, it's a shorter distance. It's about 7 hours. So that's good, but Tokyo is known for better transportation. Tokyo to Hakata, it's about 5 hours. So that's considered one of the best trains. But in China, it's even better. It's at 4 hours and 18 minutes. That's the fastest time for the longest distance in the bunch. And this train system is so fast and accessible. Over 550 cities in China has bullet train access, which means that people all over the country can get together to do these tournaments. And people have these ways to get together. But once they get together, where do they go? Well, a lot of the times they can go to these malls where they're hosting tournaments or events for people to sell cards or to participate in games with TCG. Another fun question: how many malls do you think there are in Beijing? It's gonna be a staggering number. I'll just spoil it. Beijing is, I think, instead of city of culture, it's actually the city of malls. So for reference, New York doesn't have any malls. New York doesn't have any actually. London about 100, and Tokyo within the city area has 240 malls. Beijing is sitting at a staggering 970 malls. In my experience, it's like every block you go, you're basically walking through a mall or walking next to one. And what that means is that these malls host these venues for tournaments. They have these places where people get together to play these games. And also a lot of these stores for buying cards. The infrastructure enables people to host these events, which in turn gets more people interested, which in turn has more tournaments and more events and more media surrounding it. Let's just look at this picture. Just look at that picture. This is the most recent event hosted in Beijing. That is a staggering amount of people for a Pokemon card tournament. To me, that's crazy. They have this place that allows it to happen, this venue where people can get together, and also the infrastructure allow people to actually get here efficiently. Also, it kind of seems like the Pokemon company is directly funding a lot of these events, which kind of shows that Pokemon company itself is trying to make this scene grow in China, to focus on the TCG, the card game scene. So that's it. In conclusion, the Pokemon trading card game is huge in China. And the first reason is because people love card games. Second reason is people love gambling through these blind boxes. And the third reason is that the efficient infrastructure allows these tournaments to happen, these people to get together, and this media to grow.